Yes, Pete. So you may remember a few months ago at the start of lockdown, I kind of did a message to reach out to young people. So I'm back again. So hear me out. So as you probably can see, in the media and whatnot, there's a narrative going around at the moment that the increase in cases of COVID and the new restrictions we're all having to endure are down to young people specifically, and it's basically all your fault. Now, that's not where I'm coming from. I don't subscribe to that myself. I'll always champion and support my young people, and I'll always have your back being a fellow young person myself, but I do need you to hear me out. So what I would say to you is, I know what your argument is, and I hear you. You're going to tell me that you don't trust the government. You're going to tell me that there's so many mixed messages and contradictions. You're going to tell me that it doesn't affect you, you know what I mean? And if it does, the worst it's going to be is like having a cold, you know what I mean? And you're willing to take that risk. You don't really care. A lot of you are even going to tell me you don't believe it's real. I hear you. Yeah, don't necessarily agree, but I hear you. That's what I'll say to you. But I need you to hear me. So let's take the probably most pertinent point you're making, which is that it's not really going to affect you like that being younger, yeah? Even though I must put it out there, there are young people who are sick with COVID, some of them quite seriously, but on averages, your point is that it's not going to affect you, so let's go with that one, yeah? Look around you, right? Look at the world, look at how peak the economy is. The economy affects every single one of us in some way, shape or form. Look at how peak it is for a lot of businesses right now. Look at how peak it is in terms of our social being, our social existence, the things that we would normally do. Going to raves legally, festivals, going to clubs, getting together, in our social groups, getting on a plane, going to BIFA, going to Vegas, going to Cancun, enjoying the summer. All of that's been taken away from us, and the rest. Think about our older ones and what they're having to go through, our family. This thing is just long. It's long. So I've just named you a list of things which will affect every single one of us in some way, shape or form without it actually making us physically ill. And this is the point I feel like you're missing in a lot of the things that are happening, such as the illegal raves, such as getting on the sesh, in someone's house or someone's garden. And most significantly, the key thing is just not following the social distancing. And I know it's a nose, I know it's a ball ache, because I hate it myself, but we have to do it. We just have to do it for the time being until we can just get this thing over and done with. And the longer you keep on not doing it, the longer you keep on just dismissing it like it don't affect you, or this F the road mentality, is ultimately the longer we're going to keep on having to be in this nonsense for. And one thing that I do know is that that's something that none of us want. So what I'm trying to plead with you and say is just take more responsibility for what you're doing. That's all I'm asking you to do. Do you need to go to the places you're going to? Do you need to be engaging in those kind of activities? Do you need to be not following the rules to the degree that you're not following the rules? Because I'm telling you, and it's real, right? When you're out there amongst your peeps doing your thing, you're not following it. You ain't, man. And it's not just young people specifically that aren't. I know it's across the board, right? And that's why we're seeing the increases pretty much everywhere in the country, and that's why the restrictions are getting tighter. And like I said, I will always defend my fellow young people and say you can't just put it all on young people. That's not right. But the data's there, and the data is saying, the evidence is saying that young people are playing a significant role in the increase in cases, and I can't defend the indefensible. So when it's put across like that, there's not a lot that can be said, right? Because the truth is staring you straight in the face, and all of us. It doesn't mean it's all your fault, but you're playing a significant part in it. Whilst you might not be becoming physically unwell yourself, you're still playing a significant part in the mess that we're all in. So all I'm asking you to do, and reasoning with you to do, is just take some more responsibility for your own individual actions. When you're out, follow the social distancing. Stop disrespecting it and disregarding it like it's not there, because it's there. Whether you believe it's real or not, whether you believe it's going to affect you or not, look what it's doing to the world. Look what it's doing to everything and our way of life that we know. And the longer you keep on disrespecting this thing, is the longer this is going to keep happening. So my message is simply just please, just take some more responsibility for your own individual actions. And at least then if things continue to get peak, which I don't think they will, but if they do, right, people can't keep turning around and saying it's all the kids' fault, it's all the young people's fault, it's them illegal raves, blah, blah, blah. Stop giving them ammunition to throw at you. Yeah, it's long. Yeah, take responsibility for your own actions, do your bit, and let's just get this nonsense over and done with so we can get back to having a proper sesh, get back to the clubs, get back to festivals, get back to Bifa, to Vegas, to Cancun, to doing that thing. But for now, let's just do what we've got to do to get to that point. Yeah? Peace and love always.